welcome everybody back to another episode of the Power Play. My name is Drew Kirby, and alongside me, David Baily, Jaeden Smith, and Isaiah Recendiz. And we are here in the SCSN studio on this beautiful April day. And April brings a lot of good things. There's April Fool's Day, Earth Day, spring showers, but most importantly, it brings NBA playoffs. And the four of us today all want to talk a little bit about these playoffs, just some picks for who we think is going to happen, and maybe some recap in the first earlier games. So starting off right away, we got a Warriors fan and a Kings fan here. I think it's only fair to talk about the play-in first. And let's highlight that game first individually. So Isaiah, I know you went to that game. First of all, how was the experience?
Terrible.
Terrible?
It was the worst game I've ever went to.
Why is that?
The Warriors played the worst basketball I've ever seen live. They were kicking around the ball. They were turning over the ball. Clay went 0 for 10. Decided at the last few minutes of the game just to look at the court.
Be honest, did you cry?
No.
No?
I would have cried.
I would have cried too.
I left early.
You left early?
Yeah.
You left early?
Dude, I didn't want to deal with that traffic after going down that bad.
Yeah.
Dude, no. And even finding parking there was already rough enough. No. It was... I've been to a couple of playoff games. I went to Warriors and Kings Game 5 last year. I went to Warriors and Lakers Game 1 last year, and the Warriors lost Game 1. But it was a close game, so it was good. I was just really hoping it was going to be a close game. It really looked like it was going to be a close game.
Yeah.
As a basketball fan, I think it was a bad game.
It was
okay.
sloppy. It
was
was
bad.
I enjoyed it.
How about the other side of things? Of course you enjoyed it. Tell us why.
I don't know. I had high hopes and expectations going into that game. I definitely feel like the Warriors are kind of slipping right now, and we caught them at a good time. So we had a lot of players step up and fill their role. Keegan Murray, Keon Ellis, just overall, we played a great game. But a bit of that enjoyment was kind of lessened due to the fact that we had to play the Pelicans afterwards, and that was a nightmare that came true, and that's why we're knocked out of the playoffs right now.
Yeah, I want to get into that game in a little bit, but first, Jaeden, you got a weird look on your face. Talk to me.
My whole thing is that David just sounds like a complete hater.
On the Warriors?
Complete hater. It's just like the whole thing. Oh, the Warriors are slipping. We just caught them at a good time. At least you know you caught us at a good time, because you know this is like the only time this would ever happen again.
I don't know. I think you guys got lucky last year too.
No.
Whoa.
Sorry, Curry dropped 50 on you on Game 7.
Hold on.
Might have not got the game.
Hold on. Did y'all make it to the playoffs last year?
Last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who won?
Well,
Shut up.
Okay.
50 on your head, Game 7.
That's just
Where
the
you
pass
at?
is the pass. The pass is the pass.
What?
The current is the present,
That's true.
and we got two
Thank you.
teams not in the playoffs.
Oh.
Sorry, you're not going against Antetokounmpo, and you got a free first round.
It's not
My
free.
bad. It's
Bucks
free.
are still good, and Giannis will be back. But I want to get into that playoff game later too. I got a lot to say about that one. The season for the Kings fell short against that Pelicans team. No Zion.
No surprise there.
What's next for the Kings?
What's next for us?
Mm-hmm.
Keep your same roster as last year.
Shit.
Yeah, I feel like not a lot of change is gonna happen. We've got a few players that might kind of be on the out here soon, but for the most part, we're gonna be running the back with the same.
Well, do you
squad.
think you need to make a change? Because you guys haven't had any success in the past 2 seasons.
We definitely
You do need to make a change.
we do need to make a change. We have our big 3 coming up with Fox, Sabonis, and now Keegan Murray next year. I think it's gonna be on that kind of be that third guy. Our bench is still gonna be really good with Malik Monk. We have a lot of good bench depth. I think we just need overall just better defensive players. That's where we got killed.
You think you're bringing back Malik Monk?
I think so.
Monk is good.
I heard. Yeah, no, he's really good. I think he got robbed for $6 million a year.
I don't know how Nas Reed doing that,
But what do you think? You get rid of Barnes? Do you think
but Barnes needs to go.
Yeah.
He needs. It's about time because he takes way too many shots. I'm tired of seeing him chuck up 12 shots a game and just.
No,
He's just too old. He's just.
So who are you going for now in the playoffs? Who's the team you're hoping to take it on?
Who I want to play?
No, who do you want to win this year?
Oh, this year.
Yes.
We said it there. I think the Heat or the Bucks are my 2 favorite teams to watch right now. Just 'cause I'm a big Dame fan, I'm a big Giannis fan, and then the Heat, Jimmy Butler, he's got that aura that
Yes.
Isaiah's been talking about. So
Makes the Celtics fans quiver.
Are you rooting for the Heat also?
He and OKC.
Okay, see, that's a good
So
one.
who do you have in the finals from the West and the East clashing?
Right now, I've got to go Denver for the West just because of the experience. They just won it last year. And then in the East, probably, if we're being real, it's got to be either Boston or Milwaukee.
But who do you want?
Probably Milwaukee or Miami.
Okay, what about the West?
If
But
I
you
could
better not
choose who
want
made it in the
it.
West, it'd be Minnesota.
I like that.
Because Anthony Edwards, he's really that guy
The
now.
future of the NBA
Yep.
completely.
It's crazy because when I think about the future of the NBA, I don't really think of any teams in the East. If I'm being honest.
I don't either.
What?
Whoa.
The Pacers.
The Pacers,
Oh,
the Indiana
shut up.
Pacers. Yeah, they're running
No.
the 20s.
But you
the
guys
20s
think
and
most of the
30s.
teams that are like the future are like in the West.
Orlando, I
You
think, is going to be good.
You just think everything is the Pacers.
You
I
don't-
know, I
Yes,
know.
you do.
When
But
you were saying
I
that,
know
you
we're
wasn't
up. I
even
know we're up
confident.
next. You said what?
You weren't even confident in saying that.
I was what?
Wasn't confident in saying that the Pacers are going to run the 20s and the 30s.
Oh, I'm fully confident.
You're not
in that.
confident.
I'm fully
No.
confident in that. We got Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam. You guys been watching Pascal?
This man has celebrated way too hard on
I think he had
420.
30 and 10 both games.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, on like 70% true shooting. Like he's been nuts. Benedict Mathurin. I wish.
Isn't he
wish
hurt right now?
He is.
Okay.
Yes. I wish we would be sweeping the Bucks right now if he was healthy. And then a sweep. Especially with no Giannis. I
Who
think
do
we
you-
would have won game one.
Who do you guys go against if you guys win this round? Who's it
If the
between?
Pacers beat the Bucks in the first round,
It's not going to happen.
which will happen, we got home court advantage now. We play the winner of the Knicks and the Sixers.
Oh, go Knicks.
Yeah, I like the Knicks a lot.
Knicks are looking.
You guys are just hating on the Pacers.
Yeah, 'cause
You,
you
you're
talk about them way
picking.
too
Oh,
much.
I really like the Bucks. I think the Bucks are gonna smoke every team in the East.
All right, let me tell you how it's actually going to go down.
Hit me.
From the West, it's going to go down between either Denver or Minnesota. I think those are the two teams that really define things over there.
Okay.
From the East, it's most definitely not the Pacers. You even know that.
Do I?
Yes, you do.
No, I think he's clouded.
It's either
420.
I'm gonna go with an underdog and say maybe the Knicks, maybe,
I like that.
Well,
or
Yeah.
I would probably have to go with the Celtics. Only because
Yeah.
I'm not really confident in the whole Giannis Dame Lillard combo. I'm not really confident in that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather go with the Boston out of there. So it's either Denver or Minnesota or Boston and the Knicks. That's who I think it's gonna be.
Yeah.
in the
Boston
final.
and Knicks,
That's fair
that's crazy.
picks. I agree, but I don't think the Knicks would be considered
You
like
really
a
picked the
dark
number one,
horse.
number two seed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
They're
but
good.
realistic-
They're
but
a really good
realistically-
squad.
but Realistically, from the East, who do you have?
Realistically,
Because you don't have the Pacers in there.
well, no matter what, the East is not winning this year.
No matter what, no.
I don't think they are.
I don't think so.
Well, you got Celtics, Knicks, Pacers, Milwaukee.
Cleveland, Orlando.
Yeah, those guys
But
are.
They're not-
no-
they're-
neither of those are
No.
making it all the way.
That's why you have to go with either the Celtics or the Knicks.
It's crazy how stacked the West is.
Yeah,
'Cause when-
Boston's like the only stacked East team, like
Yeah.
genuinely stacked.
I'm looking at the West. I'm seeing the Timberwolves. I'm seeing OKC. I'm
Yeah.
seeing the Nuggets.
I feel like OKC would be like a good sleeper. Good
Are
sleeper.
they really a sleeper though?
They're
What
just
team?
really young.
They're really
They're really
young.
young.
I'm
I think
saying-
they're
You said the
catching people-
Thunder?
yeah.
They're the first seed.
Yeah, they're the
You can't
first
be a
seed.
sleeper as the first seed.
I wouldn't call them a sleeper,
No,
but
No
like
one was expecting them to be the first seed. Did they?
I
Definitely
think that's
not
why I think they're
first.
the
Maybe not,
sleeper
like-
because
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to win the finals this year. I'm not confident in that. I feel like within the next
5 years they get one.
not 3 years, I feel like they will be able to do it.
I mean, you
That's
do
why I
think
say
about
they're a
it.
good sleeper.
What's your excuse for them
Like-
not winning this year though? They're young.
They
no
young,
experience.
They have no experience in the playoffs. I don't think they're ready for that type
Well,
of environment.
I
That's why I
could see
have
it.
Denver or the Boston.
Would
team.
Denver in the past 2 years have experience just because they got blown out by the Warriors and then won last year?
Yes.
Well, if they
They've
have a
been in
championship
that-
ring
I know,
by
I get
default,
that, but
they
like-
have
they've been in
experience.
that environment.
I don't know, man.
They've been there with dogs. They've been in there with the Warriors going against
Yeah.
dogs.
And this is
So
like,
I feel like see, so they feel like I feel like with that going on, they know what it's like to be in the trenches.
You know who we haven't talked about at all? The Dallas Mavericks. What do we think about
That's a good
Luka?
one.
He's my MVP pick.
Dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
he's nice.
Like
He is very
he's starting
nice.
to heat up a lot right now, and
Uh-huh.
if he rides that all along this whole playoff run, I could definitely see the Mavericks just making a run.
I think the biggest thing with the Clippers and Mavs is really how Kawhi Leonard comes back. I mean, he missed game one and game two. When I was watching
Basically
it,
missed
I feel like he just wasn't like 100% in that game. And a big reason why they lost was because of Kawhi Leonard. They were just forcing him the ball way too much. So I think it depends how he bounces back from this game.
It's like 1-1 right now.
Yeah,
Is
1-1.
he going back to LA or
Going back to the Houston
the Mavs.
Mavericks, yeah. So I think, you know, Luka's kind of owned the Clippers the past, how long, 2-3 years?
But
Yeah.
realistically, if Kawhi does come back, who's going to be guarding Kawhi? Because think about it. It's not going to be Kyrie.
He was back game 2, and I think they had PJ Washington on him to start off with.
But if Kyrie really gets into his bag, like we know he can, who's going to stop him? Because that leaves Westbrook. That leaves Paul George.
Harden.
That leaves Harden.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be one of those dudes is going to be open during that time.
Mhm.
So I feel like it's between either Kawhi or Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
It's between one of them who's going to be like the X factor for the team.
Yeah, I think those are good picks, to be honest. Who do you guys got winning that series?
I'm thinking the
I think
Mavericks.
the Clippers.
Clippers, really? And how much games?
I say it goes at least game 6.
I'm thinking about 6.
Okay.
6 either way.
I think that's fair. What about? I'm really curious to see what you guys think about the Suns and Timberwolves. That's like,
It's a sleeper series, honestly.
Think so?
Minnesota.
Yeah. Like the conversation around KD means like he hasn't done anything by himself. And not only did this year prove it, last year prove it, and the year before proved it.
I mean,
It sucks, but let's be realistic.
a little bit, yeah. But I don't think you could put him on that. Like for the Nets, for example, he was good on the Nets, and if his foot was like an inch shorter, they would have won that game.
Yeah. I mean, we know he's
So-
gonna be, you know, a superstar wherever he goes. He just can't get over the hump.
He's
Even
like
if it's
Charles
like
Barkley now, but he has a couple rings because of Steph Curry.
Is that Charles Barkley?
The GOAT, yes.
Here comes this. Like, yeah, hating on all my picks, hating on the Pacers, my favorite team. Your GOAT is Charles Barkley.
Who
Charles
won
Barkley?
MVP during
Chuck?
Who won MVP during Michael Jordan's prime?
Karl Malone.
No. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
How
but
many MVPs did Michael Jordan have?
5.
who won MVP during Michael
Wow.
Jordan's
How many
prime?
rings did Michael Jordan have during Charles Barkley's time?
Charles Barkley. Who is the besides Jordan? Who is that player on the Dream Team?
Besides Jordan.
Larry Bird.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley.
Besides
Magic
Jordan.
Johnson?
Do you hear what you're saying?
Who is-
Besides Jordan.
who's
Okay, we're
going-
getting off track. We're getting off track. Besides Jordan is crazy. Anyways, that's a sleeper series. Timberwolves are taking it. Timberwolves are such a dope team too.
Yeah,
As
they
a
are,
casual
yeah.
viewer
Sorry,
that I am.
I got
Uh-huh.
one more thing to say. I'm sorry. We're getting off track. I'm sorry. Greatest player to never win a ring is Charles Barkley. It's not AI.
That's a good argument.
Yeah, it's a great argument.
is
but
Charles
it doesn't mean he's
Barkley.
the GOAT.
Oh, well, obviously.
What about James Harden?
That bum. He ain't no fucking no.
What?
I mean,
James Harden is way better than Charles Barkley.
Westbrook's got to be in
What?
that conversation then too.
What?
We're gonna
Yeah,
say James
Westbrook.
Harden, you know, Westbrook.
I didn't say
Better
that.
than Charles Barkley?
No, he said James Harden, so I was bringing up Westbrook because kind of the modern day
But
like
are you saying that he's better than Charles
MVP
Barkley?
candidates.
Are you saying
Westbrook over Charles Barkley?
Is that what you're saying?
Probably.
Not.
Yes,
Probably
Don't
not.
let this dude, don't let
Probably
this
not,
dude
because you
dude.
know that's not true.
I
Don't
mean,
be
as a
scared right now,
guard,
come on.
averaging a triple double like 3 straight seasons, carrying his team to the playoffs after KD left for.
You have no idea how good Charles Barkley was.
I know what video you're referencing.
Good. I was just making sure.
Oh, it's Duncan.
I mean, CP3's in there too. Then
Yeah.
like there's
I
a
would
lot of
take-
guys.
I'd
that
take
you can bring
CP3
up.
can't do nothing against Charles Barkley.
I would say though, like
We're getting so off
Yeah.
track.
yeah,
It's because you always love to bring up Charles Barkley every single time. You
He
just
is
that's your
the
go.
greatest player.
the Suns aren't winning the series though. That's all I know that the Suns aren't.
I think that's a fair argument, but I'm not saying he needs to go.
Oh well, yeah, that's not. I mean,
What about Lakers Nuggets?
Lakers fans are on dope. They celebrated way too hard on 420. They really think the Lakers were going to win this series. No, not even. It's just like last year when they're like, the coach was like, "Yeah, we haven't figured out.
Yeah.
We haven't figured out." No, you don't.
You think the Lakers will win one game?
No.
Not even one?
they
No.
could steal a home game.
I
in my
think-
eyes.
I think they
but
could
they're-
steal a
I
home
agree with
game.
Isaiah. They're not winning that.
It's
Yeah.
delusional confidence.
I mean, they have a better chance this year compared to last year. I've been saying that. I think it really just depends on D'Lo. I mean, he was great in game 2. He went like 5 for 6 from 3.
Didn't
or
they still
something like
blame
that.
him on it? Blame the game on him?
Huh?
Didn't they still blame the game on him? Even though
He's
they
just that fall guy. Every team is a fall guy.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson was the fall guy in the Warriors.
I
but
just
he
think,
had no points.
The Nuggets are
That's
just a better
a fall
coach.
guy.
team.
They're a way
Like,
better coach team, yeah.
I've never been a big Darvin Ham fan. And,
No.
He's weird to
you
me.
saw the
I could
adjustments
do what he
the
does.
Nuggets made. Like,
I can
Yeah.
do what he does. Just
Put
let
my hands in
LeBron
my
take the
pockets and
clipboard.
just stand there courtside for 48
Did you hear Darvin
minutes.
Ham's excuse too?
What do you
What
say?
was it?
I have nothing to do against the Nuggets.
He
That's your
said that?
coach?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Look it up.
No,
That's
LeBron's
your
the
coach?
Like-
LeBron is the coach.
I mean,
Oh my God! Like
well, I think LeBron is the coach pretty much. Honestly,
he's
He's a
the coach.
player.
He's
He's always
always
been the coach of the team since
LeBron's every
one.
player on the team. He's
Yeah. Okay, so now I kind of want to talk about Pacers Bucks. I mean, that's the game. That's the series I've been most in tuned with.
Of course.
And I know you guys are all hating, but I don't understand why. I think the Pacers will win that in 6
I think
against.
they'll win it. Yeah, but I don't
Very
think
excited
they'll
for
go
what's
far.
about to happen. I mean, I think Siakam's the best playoff performer so far in the league, and like I don't think that's close really.
What's he averaging?
He's averaging
he's been
30,
going
36 a game and like 12 rebounds. But I feel like more people need to tune in to this series. I mean, if you guys like drama in the NBA, which I know so much people do, this is the series for you. I mean, you got Bobby Portis calling the main player like Tyrese Halliburton. He's calling him a front runner.
because he is.
He's not. Don't say that about my goat. Don't say that about my goat.
That's your goat.
But yeah, that is my goat. Tyrese Halliburton is my goat.
He used to be
Yeah.
my goat, and then
Yes.
And my take is crazy.
Yes.
Continue.
Well, he's like my favorite.
No,
but
continue. Just continue.
I feel like more people need to be in tuned on this game.
It's
Or
just
the
a,
series.
it's
Excuse
just
me.
a sleeper series for like a casual fan.
What makes you say that? I mean, you said you would consider yourself a casual
Yeah, I'm a casual
fan.
fan,
Okay.
but like, I mean, knowing Milwaukee, that's the only team that I know players on for
Mhm.
the most part. And the only reason why I know players on the Pacers because of you,
Mhm.
and like, especially because I live in the West Coast too. That's probably another reason.
Yeah.
But like, especially with Antetokounmpo being out, it really feels
Yeah.
like it's a series that I don't want to watch.
I guess that's fair, and it definitely would be better basketball if Giannis was playing, and I
Mhm.
really wish he was because
It's just
I want to win against their best players. You know, I do feel like it's pretty uneven, but despite that, I mean, there's still been a lot of great highlights from
I
this
still think though, like
series.
when I look at other series though, I got the Knicks with Brunson, and I
Yeah.
love Brunson. He's dope. He's cool. He's got
Yeah.
style, and like I feel like those two teams, they don't have really any dope or any style that's like, or like that.
I
thing,
do
like,
think
getting bringing me in.
The
No,
Pacers
am I
are
wrong?
fun to watch because they're kind of run and gun,
Uh-huh.
and I think due to the in-season tournament matchup between you guys, it adds more to the series. But
Yeah.
it's not one of the series right now that I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta watch
The
every
series
single
to
game.
watch.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah,
the Lakers
that's
and Nuggets, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to
Yeah.
see the Lakers get pummeled. I want to see that.
I'm actually happy you brought up Brunson and the Knicks. We haven't talked about that one yet, and I feel like that's one of the best series.
DiVincenzo.
One of the best series right
Knicks
now.
are a great team.
Have you watched any of them?
Of course.
You have?
Warriors 11 legend DiVincenzo with a game winner.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You
Yeah.
can't look
Imagine
at it as a
what he
Warriors
do
fan
against
and
the
love that.
Pacers.
Knicks are a
like-
great team. They're a great
They are,
team.
yeah.
Yeah, they're fun.
I think you think they're gonna win the series, the Knicks?
I think so.
I want them to.
Yeah, no,
But-
they definitely will.
It's tied
Yeah.
at 1-1 or is it 2-0?
No, it's
2-0.
2-0. 2-0 right now.
They're
But
going away.
I mean, they got sold out of game 2. I mean, that was a clear foul on Josh Hart on Maxey.
Well, you can
And-
also
Oh, when he was on the ground.
you can
Yeah.
also argue the same thing about the Denver and Lakers series. I know there wasn't a foul, but I mean, game winner, close.
Yeah,
game.
yeah, no, that's
Lakers
true.
sold again.
I guess what I'm trying to
Not
say is,
surprising.
I think the Knicks and Sixers, it's a closer series than what the
And
what
who
2-0
knows
will
on
tell
Embiid?
you. Huh?
Who knows on Embiid? That guy can get hurt whenever.
Yeah,
Sounds like Anthony Davis with the Lakers.
he kind of is. Yeah, East version of.
It's like if you're a
Anthony
team, if you're a
Davis.
team even like looking at a player like that, you're just like, that's not a guaranteed. He's not a guarantee right now, and that's a bad thing.
Yeah, I guess he's, but like he's playing still, and he is getting injured, and he probably shouldn't be playing, but he's still putting up some crazy numbers.
Did he get
regardless.
injured game 1 and came back?
Yeah, I think he got
that's
injured.
not,
Game.
That's not someone like.
I think in game 2, like he couldn't blink or whatever it was, like, and he's got
This
like
guy needs to be in a
bloody
wheelchair.
kneecap. Yeah, I
Like-
don't know. He's not gonna be able to walk when he's 50. Like it's kind
I'm
of
thinking
sad.
40.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
guy can barely even walk
Maybe-
now. How old is he?
He's like 28.
Yeah,
He's in his prime.
God,
yeah,
he's in
this
his
is
prime.
years.
Yeah.
And the Sixers haven't done anything.
And he can't even
full-time
play. He
within
can't, he can't even be in MVP conversation because he's not playing enough games this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would have been the MVP
He was balling out.
by a long
He
shot.
was.
there. He sold my
Yeah.
fantasy team when he got hurt.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's
He was my
How's
third overall pick. Took Joel Embiid. Played like 30 games and he was
yeah.
done.
Those are some good 30 games though.
It was some good 30 games.
What about is there a series we haven't talked about? Magic Cavs.
Yeah,
Magic
it's
Cavs.
just that's the same thing with the Pacers, but
Yeah.
even more
I'm
boring.
thinking
Yeah,
Cleveland.
I
Yeah.
was thinking Magic.
Magic have a good
Really?
young team.
They have a good young
All
team.
Yeah,
of
but they're
them
down
are good.
2-0 right now.
Yeah, and it hasn't even
Yeah.
been close. Going into before the playoffs, I said the Magic would win in 7. I haven't watched any of the games, but just from like the box scores and like what I've been hearing,
It's a young team that doesn't have any experience. Right?
yeah, young team that can't
Yeah.
shoot. I don't know what I was doing picking them. I mean, the Cavs are a lot better defensively, and they got the best player in the series, Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
He's one of my guys. He's as of right now better than Anthony Edwards.
But we
I
didn't
know
really
you like-
talk too much about the Heat and Celtics.
Yeah, I mean that's a
That's
really
a,
good
that's a,
series,
that's an
too.
entertaining series from I think as a basketball.
They've got a
fan.
lot of drama going on. They've
They
played
do
each
all
other
especially
the
so
time.
last
much.
year too. My opinions on Celtic fans they need to sit
I
down.
hate them.
I hate Celtic fans.
What the thing is about something.
You think Miami has any chance without Butler? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's,
it's,
I mean, tied to 1-1.
No,
see Jimmy
I guess
play
tied 1-1, but
I mean,
it's tied
still-
1-1. Honestly, if I'm being honest, Celtics are winning the series.
I
But
think
Jimmy
so.
Butler's aura alone is gonna make it so the Celtics choke. They just see him on the bench in his suit, dripped out. Maybe he's gonna bring out the emo face one time, and they're just gonna crumble.
this is like the 4th time today I've heard you bring up his aura.
Yeah,
What do you
it's there,
mean by
bro.
that? Like his style?
No, his style, it's just like his presence, like it makes you feel like same thing. Why J. Cole apologized on stage about Kendrick Lamar? Like, no, it's just about him being there and Jimmy messing around with him last year, and like, I don't know, Jimmy's that guy. He's funny, and that as a casual fan, we've liked those kind of players, you know, stylish, fun.
Yeah.
He definitely brings attention to the
Yeah.
league, I feel like.
Yeah,
I feel like that's what Shea does for
Yeah.
OKC. That's what he does really
Mhm.
well.
That's
He
why I
brings a
want
lot
him
of
to
attention. Exactly.
Yeah.
stylish.
I guess that's fair, yeah. I don't like Jimmy Butler as much, only because he plays for the Heat, and I hate the Heat.
But he's
Can't stand
bouncing
him.
around to a bunch of teams.
Yeah.
You know?
No, he's cool. He's funny. He's just a troll. And
Yeah, that's why you
yeah,
love
that's
him.
why you like him.
Oh yeah, and
Okay,
especially
that's
also
fair.
because I hate Celtics.
Yeah.
Just I think everyone should hate the Celtics.
Yeah.
That's my honest opinion.
Well, I mean, this is like their year to win it, or at least go all
It
the
is,
way.
And they're
yeah.
still gonna choke.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, they have the most pressure in my eyes out of any
Oh
team
yeah,
in the league.
I agree. I agree.
So-
I think Jason Tatum is not gonna win a ring
Ever in his
ever
career?
in his career.
Why do you think that?
Unless he gets off to Boston.
Really?
If
I think he's gonna be.
Why-
if
why
he
does-
does win a ring, it's gonna be the same thing as KD.
He has to leave Boston.
Why
I
does
mean,
he have to
Boston-
leave Boston?
they're
They've been great
stacked.
to him.
They're
They gave
stacked
him,
right now.
yeah, they gave him Derek White,
And
Drew
look what they're
Holiday,
doing with them.
Porzingis.
Brown.
If they don't win this year, what are you gonna say?
I mean, he's been good in the playoffs, but it's just they just can't. They just have not been able to
Yeah.
win. And
But I don't think that's like Boston's problem. That's more Tatum's problem. He has to step
Exactly.
up.
It's-
Oh yeah.
I don't think he should leave Boston. That's like because
gonna have
Boston's
to.
been great to him. He's not gonna get that anywhere else with any other front office.
That's,
I mean, do you
that's
think
the
he
reason
can-
why he's
Indiana.
not gonna win a ring?
Do you think he can be the number one on a championship winning team? I think he can, but obviously the odds right now are like
How old is he now?
lost in the
I think he's
playoffs
too
every year.
inconsistent.
How old is he?
He
He's
is
26.
Him and Brown are both really inconsistent.
Yeah, that's the number one thing.
But
Just inconsistent, kind of shot chuckers at
yeah,
times.
I mean, yeah, no, I don't think Jason Tatum will win a ring.
I mean, maybe it could be like
Pressure gets to them.
in a weird way, like KD, he has to leave, just not necessarily because of him or he just has to get out of there.
It sounds exactly like everything that happened with OKC with KD, Russ.
You know,
It also
Westbrook.
might be the environment.
But you
I
Due
mean,
to
I-
him being him, how he
Well-
is, and the Celtics fans knowing the Celtic fans.
No one Celtics fans.
maybe that's why I said maybe he does at some point just need to be like, okay, I just
that
can't
is
win
the
here.
most toxic fan base in the NBA.
I mean,
They're like the
Ooh, really?
Eagles.
You think
of
so?
Who
NBA.
else?
I don't like Memphis
Lakers?
fans.
No, the
No.
Lakers are not racist.
Oh yeah. Well, the Bucks are more racist. Bucks fans are more
No,
racist than
dude.
Celtics fans.
Celtics fans are basically the Eagles fans of the NBA.
Oh, I can't stand. I
I
can't
still think it's
stand.
worse.
So then that would mean the Lakers are like the Cowboys of
Oh,
the NFL.
Yeah,
Yeah,
without a
they
doubt.
are.
They
I
can-
don't wanna be
default
associated
team.
with
Ah,
the Lakers.
Cowboys.
I don't want to be associated with the
It's
Lakers.
the default team.
It's the default team.
Same thing
Yeah.
about the Dodgers in the baseball. In baseball, it's the default team.
Yeah.
Who's the
I
default
guess.
team in baseball?
No, Yankees.
Do you mean like it's
are-
the most
Yankees.
popular
Yankees
team?
probably used to be, and just this is my same argument about this. Like the Niners are now the Cowboys. I think everyone likes the Niners.
Just like the most popular team.
Yeah.
I would agree with.
I
I think the
thought-
Niners are
I
probably.
thought he just disrespected.
No,
Yeah.
like you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like
I was like,
people
I
like
get
just
what
serious
you're saying.
football. Their first team they're gonna like is probably gonna be
Because the Niners are a fun team and the underdog story with Brock Purdy. I think they've also been really good the past 3-4 years. I think
it's a good underdog team.
it kind of makes sense. They might be like the default team.
Become a Niner fan. Join us.
Just
No,
like the
I was
Cowboys.
gonna say be a Cowboys fan, but we're not.
No.
Don't be a
Jack Prescott.
Cowboy.
I'm not gonna
Nobody-
say that to the camera.
Nobody wants to
Off
be a
topic.
Cowboy
Let's get back
fan.
on topic.
Who wants to be a Cowboys fan?
Not me, and I don't even like football.
Next question.
All right, so I mean, we've talked a bit about every single series. I mean, do you guys have like an MVP prediction? I mean, I know you said Luka.
I think Luka.
I want to hear your case. What is the case for Luka Doncic to win MVP?
I just think you look. I mean, regular season had that 70-point game, 60-20 game. He's he's one of the most consistent superstars I feel like, and in the playoffs he's been good every single season in the playoffs. And now they paired him up with Kyrie. He has a chance to make a run this year. I think if he really makes that run, I feel like he's been the best in the regular season and throughout the playoffs.
I mean,
assuming he makes that run.
I agree with you, but you say consistent. And if you're looking at consistent, you're looking at Jokic.
Shit.
You know,
Jokic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that guy is just constantly consistent. Even though I don't want him to win the MVP because I think the MVP should be a little bit more loose than it is. Like I feel like playoffs should matter a lot more
I agree.
than MVP.
I agree.
Mhm.
Because like in the regular season, not everyone's given their full. 82 games
Yeah.
is long, just like baseball. 162 games. You think? No, I don't know.
So you think the MVP should count for playoffs also?
and regular season. Yeah, have
They-
everything.
They do
I don't
have
know.
the finals MVP, but that's obviously just for the
They have
finals.
finals,
Yeah.
but they also have Western Conference
Yeah.
MVP and Eastern Conference.
Make that guy win all three.
MVP.
Screw it, man.
I
mean-
feel like it's supposed to be a regular season award. No,
I feel like it
But,
should,
like,
it
my
should be a regular
argument-
season award.
My argument about the regular season is like not every time they're trying their best.
Because what if
What they can.
they win the regular season MVP and then in the playoffs they just kind of just
Diminish.
rot. Yeah.
And then whoever comes to play during the playoffs, that gives them some more votes.
So you're saying, let's say, this is like obviously not true, but let's say Luka dominated the regular season, right? But he fell off during the playoffs.
you
I
wouldn't.
wouldn't
And Brunson happens to make it to the finals, and they happen to win it. You're saying he's MVP?
not happen, but if Brunson was pretty consistent during the regular season, like he was a good
He was,
player,
I think.
but then he takes off during the playoffs, like that's gonna be kind of like, okay,
You're saying he's MVP?
who's the better player right now?
'Cause, I mean, if you're a
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't,
Do you
I
get
don't
what I'm saying?
know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think I
see
disagree
your
with
point,
you,
but
Isaiah.
I don't know.
I think it's a
When you
regular.
if you fall out deep enough for you not to get the MVP, but someone was maybe not really right behind you, but a couple places behind you was consistently doing good, but just takes off another level during the playoffs.
I can't see that.
What do you mean you can't see it? You can't see
Because
someone
let's
doing
say
it?
you're here during the regular season, right? And the guy that you're talking about, who's probably right here, but happens to take a step up during the playoffs, I feel like it's a regular season trophy.
Get a better argument. So do you want someone who averages 35 points per game against the bottom half of the league every time, but then once he gets to the playoffs, he's going against the top 4 teams, scoring 13 points per game? But the person that is consistently dropping 23, 25 points per game no matter what, who's MVP?
Was that guy putting up 35 points per game all regular season?
No, against the bottom team. Well,
Then he
that's
wouldn't-
my argument though. Like
Then that person wouldn't be an MVP consideration at all.
Exactly.
the person that's going against the bottom teams.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying though. Not every time. Like,
but like all the MVP candidates, like they were great against the bad teams and the good teams in the regular season.
but
not
the playoffs,
just the
you're
good
only
teams.
going against a good team
Sure,
for the most part.
sure, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it should matter about who you go against.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, like they can't control that,
Yeah.
But
Like, you control how good they do against good teams.
I do think playoffs should have more weight on it. But at the end of the day, I think it is meant to be a regular season.
That's why there's the
Same.
final MVP. That's why there's
Yeah.
a Western Conference MVP.
Yeah.
That's why we have those trophies in line.
I feel like so much NBA fans, they really only care about the playoffs. Like they'll just like, oh yeah, the regular season is whatever, but once April comes around, I'll really tune in, I'll really lock in.
And casual.
Yeah, and I guess like having the MVP be a regular season award, I think that helps regular season feel more important and give it more value
Yes.
than just only like the whole season shouldn't just worry about the last 15% of the games. It should be the whole 82 games, 100%. Who did the best throughout all the regular season?
Then if we're gonna say that, then Charles Barkley might be the GOAT.
What?
Whoa. Hang on. That's like
That's
two,
no-
that's two complete.
Yeah,
no, don't
that's,
chase.
that's apples and oranges, bro. That's
Maybe we gotta say that for next time.
I can't believe you. Don't even encourage
That's a
it.
crazy
We're banning
comparison to
Charles
make.
Barkley.
That's
Charles
what I'm
Barkley's name
Because
is
he
no
was
more.
dominant during the regular season, and he was still good enough to make it in the playoffs. He might not won in the playoffs, but he was still looking good. That looks like a GOAT to me.
We're banning Charles Barkley's name on the
That
power
was-
play from here on out. No more
That was
names.
a good comparison. You like that one?
No.
I like that. That was good.
No.
No.
What about? I mean, they already announced most improved player.
Should've been
Tyrese
Kobe
Maxey.
White. Should've
Yeah.
been
Yeah,
Kobe
I
White.
wanted to bring
Kobe
that up
White.
because I am a huge Kobe White fan. It should have been him. I'm glad we're on the same
I
page.
got to watch him live one time against the Kings and completely pooped on him.
Really.
Like literally threw him down, popped the squat right above him, and it was so funny.
I don't doubt it.
It was so good. The Kings were like up by 20 in the third.
Yeah. It was this year.
Yeah.
I think I remember watching that game.
Holden went to that game too.
Yeah.
Me and Holden go to the same game.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun to watch.
What about defensive player of the year? Is that
I think I saw the
Okay,
finalists were like Wembanyama,
It's good.
Gobert?
Gobert, and then I
and
forget the third one.
Bears overrated.
Is it? It's not Anthony Davis, is it?
Hell no, it's not Anthony Davis.
It's not.
That bum.
He's good. What do you
Yeah.
mean?
That bum.
What?
That's a bum.
Why is he? Okay, man. He's better
This would
than.
be Rudy Gobert.
He's better than he who shall not be named. I'll leave it at that.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Anyways,
No, he's not.
who was your
No,
take?
he's not.
Hey, they both
Who's the third one?
I'm looking it up right
What's
now.
AD
forget the
does?
third one.
2020?
Gobert,
Yeah,
Mickey Mouse.
Wembanyama,
That's like half a rank.
and
That's
oh,
like Mickey Mouse,
Adebayo,
right?
It's a
Bam.
half a ring.
Oh, Bam's just really good all around. I might go Bam.
Really?
This would be Gobert's like what, third or fourth?
It'd be his fourth.
All I know about
It's tough
Gobert
to
is got
argue
put
with.
on a headlock by Draymond Green and got dragged half court, which was so fun to watch.
You said what?
Draymond Green.
Oh, with Gobert.
I think Gobert's
oh.
an unsung hero of that Minnesota team though. Like
I
he really
agree,
anchors
yeah.
them down.
I think, yeah, I'm surprised we didn't talk about
Isn't he
Gobert
coming
at
off the
all.
bench too?
No, he
No,
started.
he started him and Cat.
Yeah, him and Cat. But I feel like when that trade did happen, people were saying it was like the worst trade in history. The
Yeah.
Timberwolves got fleeced, yada yada, whatever. But he has like really elevated the Timberwolves. There's a reason they're the 2 seed right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they got the 3 seed. My
They're
bad, 3 seed. Yep.
Yeah.
Best defense in the league by far. And I think Gobert is probably maybe a bigger reason why they're up 2-0 over.
Defense,
Anthony
defense
Edwards,
wins
really.
championships. That's what it does.
Yeah.
Because that second game was a low scoring game. Edwards only had like 15 points,
Exactly.
but
Yeah.
Phoenix just could not score.
Uh-huh.
I mean, great game.
It's KD.
Yeah, no, my pick is definitely Rudy Gobert, but I think Wembanyama is a very close second.
Oh, he's gonna win a lot of them. I feel
Dude,
like.
yeah, he's gonna retire
Dude.
with at least 10. That's mine.
I just don't like him.
You don't like
Wembanyama? Why?
He just looks like Slender
I
Man.
think he's a
feel like
cool-
I could
he's a
break
cool
him in
player
He's
to
half.
watch.
awesome, yeah. What don't
It's
you like?
just like all the hype that they brought him into the league. Like, ooh.
Did he not surpass that hype? in your
Yeah,
eyes?
I just feel like when it comes down to it, I still feel like Chet Holmgren is going to be the better player in the long run. I still feel like
Oh,
that's
I didn't know we
possible.
were gonna-
What? No.
You agree?
I disagree completely.
Wembanyama
And I
right now
love
is
Chet.
better than Chet by a.
Mile.
Wembanyama can do like, I mean, he's
What-
KD but
What
taller
can
and a better
what
defender.
can Wembanyama do that Chet can't?
Dribble.
I think he's a better ball handler, probably a bit better of a shooter,
Bet-
probably better defender.
No, I don't know if he's a better shooter because Chet went like 4 for 5 from 3 last night. He was raining.
They're very similar. You can
Yeah.
nitpick things, but right now, I would
Of course,
take,
he's putting off these numbers. He's on a bum team
I
that
was
has
gonna
nothing
say
else
he gets a
with
lot
him.
more opportunities.
gotta pass
but-
him.
They have to pass to him. He has all the
And he
opportunities.
still wasn't.
Exactly.
But they don't pass it to him.
hold
That's
on.
the
That's
thing.
true.
That's
Yeah,
the
there's-
number
yeah,
one
that's
thing
true.
about the
And
Spurs
Chet-
this year. Like,
Chet-
feed him the ball, and they're not doing it. And they have like similar stats. Wembanyama has better stats, and he
because
plays
they
like
have to give him the ball.
he plays 10 less minutes compared to Chet. Like Wemby,
Because Chet
even
has
barely
a
played this
squad
year.
around him. Of course, he's gonna put up these numbers if he doesn't have a squad around him.
I feel like even if Wemby had a squad though, he'd be like 25 and 10 though.
No,
Dude,
I don't
yes.
think so.
I don't know.
I think,
don't think so.
if you
His
put
first year,
if
I
you
think
put
that was
Wemby
fine.
on the Thunder,
Oh my god.
they're not
Oh,
they're not
yeah,
losing a game in the
they're not
playoffs
losing
this
a
year.
game. Could you imagine that?
Well, they're saying Trae Young might go to the Spurs.
Yeah,
I
that
heard
would
that
be
they don't
good.
want
I
him.
would like
They
that a
don't want
lot.
him.
I heard that. I saw on Twitter. Granted,
Really?
it's Twitter,
Yeah,
but I saw that they don't want him.
Dude, that's like 20 assists a game for Trae Young.
yeah.
That's like
That's the
literally.
easiest.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Yeah, no, I saw something on Twitter about that.
Yeah, that is probably the one thing about playoff basketball. I do miss Victor Wembanyama. He was a lot of fun. I think he's gonna be like top 15 next year.
It's the same
So-
guy who said he was going to become a Spurs fan when the Pacers lose. Same guy.
If the Pacers lose.
Same guy.
If they
If-
lose.
It's a
if they
bandwagon
lose.
that hard.
If they
He
lose.
doesn't really like the
But
Pacers.
no, it depends how
he
they
posted
go
it
out.
on his Instagram. He's not
I think you
really.
can take some
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
If the Pacers, I mean, it depends how they go out. If I'm watching my favorite team all 7 or all 4, however many games it is, and they just suck, like I started crying on the last game of the year, almost borderline, almost had tears falling down my face because Halliburton he hasn't been the same since the injury. It's just hasn't been
Crying?
really good. Almost, yeah, dude. Like I'm locked in, bro. I just gotta see one win, one ring with the Pacers.
It's not happening, dude.
Yes, it will.
No way, it's not.
Why? Like,
She's smoking more gas than Warriors.
You sound like a
fans
Cowboys
every year.
fan. Oh, my bad. I didn't see it right
He was
there.
getting that whole side.
But you
Why?
legit sound like a Cowboys fan.
what do you mean?
This is our year.
I have
This
you
is
not
our
said that
year.
once. I have
This-
not said
this
I'm
is
not
that
gonna lie, it
once.
sounds like Warriors fans too, bro.
No, because
I'm just.
that's
I'm
the whole thing with
hopeful.
Cowboys fans.
I'm
This is our
hopeful.
year. We'll do it this year. I just need to see one ring. Da 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 da.
I'm a realistic fan, so
Me too.
You're
No,
not.
you're
Yes, I
not.
am.
He
I'm-
is. For a Cowboys fan, he's realistic. I don't know what you.
I mean, what do you think the timeline is for the Pacers to make it to the finals? Not win it necessarily, but just make it there.
Make the finals.
Yeah, just to make it.
Considering how weak the East is,
Yeah.
next year. Next year,
I
I
give-
think our window opens.
I mean, that's not bad.
yeah, no,
Do you
not at
pick
all. I
up
mean, we still got
anyone?
Siakam.
Do you believe that?
It's not
No.
the worst thing in the world, though.
I think this
No,
season.
you don't.
I think this season. I think the Bucks take them in 7. Next year, I think they'll probably win a series. I think it's a 2-year thing. Give them 2 years.
2 or 3 years.
2
I give you
years.
2 or 3
I'll give
years,
you
but
3.
not next year.
I'm a big Tyrese fan. I believe in Tyrese.
Me too.
There's no way it's definitely not this year or next year though in my eyes. But then again,
I think it could be next
we've
year.
seen crazier things.
Yeah. I mean, you give the fact that Tyrese is going to be like 25 next year. Matherin will be back. He'll
Yeah.
be 22. So an extra year to grow. Jarris Walker, who's been rotting on our bench, who I think has like legit superstar potential. That might just me be biased though. I don't know.
420.
Miles Turner is one of the better centers in the East. Siakam
Right,
is
yeah,
still
I-
going to be
yeah.
really good.
I like Miles Turner.
We got a good team.
Wow.
We got to, like, I hype him up a lot, but that's because they're
Miles
good.
Turner is that guy.
Yeah, he is.
I
Like,
think
appreciate
everyone
it.
hypes up
Thank
their
you,
own team
Jaden.
a lot, though.
Thank you. I mean, what else? Is there anything else we need to talk about?
I mean, who are your MVP picks? We kind of only went. I said.
I
Luka.
mean, I'm a casual. I don't.
I got Jokic.
CP.
I mean, yeah. I don't think.
I think it's a close race between everybody.
Yeah.
Because Shea also, he's Mr. Consistent.
Yeah. What are y'all talking about?
I said CP3.
But
CP3.
realistically,
Sabonis.
Sabonis?
League leader.
realistically, I think it's going to be Jokic, but they're going to give it to Luka because Luka has Luka won MVP yet?
He's
No.
not.
So they're going to give it to him only for the sake of that. If they do give MVP to Jokic, they're going to start saying
Yeah.
Jokic is the GOAT of everything.
Oh god.
Which
I don't
he is
wanna hear
not. He's a great center. I think he's dope. But in terms of giving him another MVP, that's basically saying that he's better than Shaq. He's not.
Well,
See,
that. No.
I
Okay.
mean,
Wait.
he's not.
Before we go on another tangent.
yeah, I don't know if
but
I
realistically, it's going to
You
go to
got
Luka.
work.
Huh?
You got work.
Yeah.
Realistically, it's going to be Luka.
Okay. So you think
You
just
know
because of
that
like voter
we-
fatigue is the reason you're picking
Yes,
Luka?
without
Okay.
doubt.
I mean,
'Cause
that's
the
fair.
same thing
Yeah.
happened. Last year?
With
Jokic and Joel.
oh yeah, that is true. Yeah, they didn't give it to Jokic. That's a fair point.
And
That's a fair
Jokic should have won it last year, I think.
Jokic
He won the
should have
finals,
won it.
too. I
Yeah.
mean,
Jokic should have won it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything? Okay, so you think Chet? Do you have Chet for Rookie of the Year? I should ask you this
No,
earlier.
it's going to go to that
Probably.
France tall, slender
Wet
man.
bananas.
French slender man.
You're
stick
really,
figure.
you're really a Wembanyama hater,
I am.
Spaghetti noodles.
dude. That's just gonna age
Wembanyama.
poorly, bro. That's the goat. That's the up and coming
I'm
goat.
thinking 25 and 15 next year.
Yeah,
I like that.
Defensive
With
player of the year
7
race
blocks,
again.
3 steals
I
a
mean,
game.
Dude,
I think
they could be a playing team next year.
I think so too. And the West is stacked, and that's just how good Wembanyama is. I mean,
What was their record this year?
It was you don't want to know.
like 14 games, maybe 15.
And you're saying, oh yeah, they're playing too.
Bro, they have
Because they have other
they
good
have
young
Victor
players.
Wembanyama.
Honestly, that's enough right there. He doesn't
Devin
need
Vassell
Devin
is
Vassell.
nice.
Do they have picks in this draft?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're probably gonna get like top 3. But this draft is a little weak. But if they
This draft
end
is
with like
Weaker.
Get Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark. Bro, she's in Indiana. Do you know that?
Yeah, I know. I texted you.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
good
yeah,
job. You
yeah.
got to shoot her.
I'm telling you, Indiana sports is back. I'm not really a Colts fan, but they got Anthony Richardson. He's a baller. Caitlin Clark, Tyrese
And
Halliburton.
nobody cares.
Hop on the bandwagon before it's too late. That's all.
We are
That's all I'll
not
say.
like you.
Okay.
I'm sticking on
Okay.
the West Coast for this one. brother.
Let's go. Okay, it's cool. Yeah, I mean,
Niners.
Warriors are gonna be some bottom feeders. You could enjoy that. You could have that. Yeah, you had a great run,
We
but
like
the
that
time's
right
up.
now.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
Four.
How many years ago was our last championship?
How many years ago?
Come on now.
When's your next?
When's your guys's?
When's your first?
Coming up 3
when's
years
your
from now.
first?
When's your first?
We're young teams. We don't even.
That's what I'm
we're young
saying.
teams.
We got next. You got next.
Exactly.
You guys
we do
like
have next.
time's up for y'all.
No,
Time's
we're
up.
getting LeBron James next year.
That's not doing that.
I do think we're having to go do something because we're going to get rid of Clay.
Uh-huh.
Draymond loves LeBron. He always be on his nuts.
So Bron's gonna get out of the player option.
and he's going to come to the Warriors.
We're gonna draft Bronny somehow.
Not next year because Bronny wasn't producing. Not yet. I think he will produce, but
No.
his little brother is
He's
a
gonna have
lot
a heart
better.
attack in the middle of the game.
Bryce
Bryce,
is
dude,
nice.
you be
Bryce is-
hating on Bronny, dude. Bryce puts up like 4 a game.
Bryce is
Like,
going.
that
Bryce
is
is the
different.
future of
I
that
don't
family.
want
Bryce is the future of that family.
Yeah, I don't watch
What about-
high school games
Yeah, I don't
either,
watch
but I hear he puts up like 4 points a game.
But Bryce is the future of the family. Look at his build. Come on, man. Bryce
Like
is the
Bronny,
future.
not like 6'5".
That's
dude.
what I'm saying.
I'm telling you, Bryce.
Well, Bryce is still in high school. He still has
Yeah.
time to grow.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got the genetics, so it doesn't.
Nah, Bronny's got his
Genetics.
Bronny's got his mom's genetics.
Bronny's got his mom.
And that's why Bryce is going to be the future of the James last name.
All right, but I think we're just about to wrap this up. But real quickly, I want to go over the games tonight.
Oh, that's cool.
I think it's Lakers and Nuggets. You said right?
Yeah, we already know who's winning that.
You guys are all saying Nuggets.
Yeah.
I think Lakers will steal a home game, but it won't be this one. I think they're gonna go down 3-0. So
Yeah, and then Cavs and Magic played today. Yeah, Snooze Fest.
I'll take the Cavs.
Let's take Magic. I'm going Magic.
Magic, really?
Because it's in Orlando,
it's in,
right?
Yep.
Orlando Magic.
Orlando
Magic.
Yeah. And then the last one, Knicks Sixers.
Knicks.
Oh,
Take
Damn, I wish I was watching that.
Is it going on right? It's going on right now, right?
4:30, just about to start. I'm
I'm
taking the
gonna watch
Sixers.
that.
Taking the Sixers?
Yep.
Bet Embiid gets hurt this game.
He might. I mean,
I'm not
Maybe.
praying on it,
Honest-
but
no,
that
no,
guy
yeah.
is
Any game.
That could be true.
and tomorrow, 2:30. You already know what series I'm saying. Pacers Bucks.
It's in Indiana, right?
in Indiana.
It is.
It's just
Yep.
you're smiling when you say that because you don't believe in it.
What?
You
No,
don't
I
believe
believe.
No, it's like it's
I think
like
it's
such
gonna
a
go to
bad,
six.
like,
It's just
he
like-
believes his own lies.
I just like smile with joy just talking about the Pacers. You know, I
It's
just
not
get
the
so
only thing
happy.
that happens when he talks about the Pacers.
Hey man, Benedict Madden's Ben's that guy.
I think I saw his laptop raise up a little bit.
All right, I'm ending it there. Jane, crazy. Thank you guys all for tuning in to the Power Play. My name is Drew Kirby. Alongside me, David Baily, Jaeden Smith, and Isaiah Recendiz. Once again, thank you guys all for tuning in. Until next time, take care.
The exponential growth from the program from my first year to my third year now, that's what keeps me coming back and keeps me excited and just like fulfills me as a person.
It's so impressive, and we every time we walk in here, you guys are doing something different. It's great. It's
Nothing but opportunities here, and we have sports to cover, we have the equipment.
Because the more ambitious you are, the more opportunities you'll have.
on-the-job training is huge.
You get the hands-on experience.
When someone asks who can do it, you know, you can raise your hand and say, I can do it. So.
Joining the class was the best decision I ever made.
Stand by, we're going to go to cut one. And cut one.
Cross court to Audrey Jones. Audrey for three. It is good! With 1.3 seconds left on the game clock. Audrey Jones with one of the biggest shots.
The sky's the limit, really, with what we can do here.
College just got affordable. Up to 100% of enrollment fees can be reimbursed for first-time college students taking full-time classes. At Solano Community College, we are taking full advantage of this to further your future. With certificate and degree programs in industrial technology, aeronautics, biotechnology, and many others, Solano Community College is a staple for success. For more information, please contact the Financial Aid Office at 707-864-7000.